Hey everybody, this is Kevin from Klotz Productions, and this is Game 2 of the semifinals between Corey and Chris at the Scars of Mirrodin launch party. Corey started on the play this time and laid down a turn 1 Horizon Spellbomb, then Chris followed it up on his turn with an Origin Spellbomb. Corey played Land Go on his next turn, and then Chris cast a Copper Mirror. Then at the end of Chris's turn, Corey cracked his Horizon Spellbomb and searched for a Plains. Corey then resolved a Glint Hawk Idol. Chris tapped one land along with his Copper Mirror to cast himself a Leaden Mirror, and then on Corey's turn he brought down an Indomitable Archangel. At the end of Corey's turn, Chris cracked his Origin Spellbomb to draw a card and get him a Mirror token. Chris then cast a Looming Grid Drake and used his ability to bounce Corey's Angel. He then attacked with his 3 mirrors. Corey opted not to recast the Angel and instead laid down a Liquid Metal Coating, which he used to activate his Hawk's ability. He then attacked with the Hawk, which Chris decided to trade with his Drake. Chris attacked with his 3 mirrors again, and then post-combat he resolved a Kimba Skyguard and gained 2 life. For Corey's next turn, he decided to go ahead and recast his Angel. Chris used an Arrest on the Angel and then attacked with his team for another 5 damage. Corey then tapped out to cast a Precursor Golem, who brought along 2 other Golems with him. Chris then cast a Contagion Engine with hopes of getting rid of Corey's creatures. He then attacked for 2 in the air. However, Corey quickly destroyed the engine with a Shatter. Corey then resolved a Mirror Galvanizer. He then attacked with 2 of his 2/2 Golems, which Chris decided to take. Chris then attacked for 2 more damage in the air. Then post-combat he resolved a Vidalcan Surtark. Corey then cast a Glimmerpoint Stag and used it to remove his Angel, causing the Arrest to fall off. He then attacked with his 3 Golems. Chris decided to double block one of the Golems with his token and one of his other mirrors. Then at the end of the turn, Corey's Angel came back into play. Chris then cast a Prototype Portal and imprinted a Razorfield Thresher on it. On Corey's next turn, he attacked with his Glimmerpoint Stag and his 2 Golems. Chris decided to trade his Skyguard for one of the Golems and take the other 5 damage. Then post-combat, Corey resolved an Argentum Armor. For Chris's next turn, he laid down his 7th land and simply passed the turn back to Corey. On Corey's next turn, he went to equip his Argentum Armor to his Stag. However, in response, Chris used his Surtark to tap the Stag, as well as create a token with his Portal. Then in response to that, Corey used his Liquid Metal Coating to turn his Stag into an artifact, giving it Shroud. This prevented the Stag from tapping, but also kept the armor from attaching to it. Corey then attacked with his Angel for 4 more damage, which Chris had to take, dropping him down to 5 life. Chris then attacked with his token, which Corey decided to jump block with his mirror. On Corey's next turn, they made the equip tap Shroud play again on the Stag. Corey then attacked with his Angel again for 4 more damage, dropping Chris down to 1 life. At the end of the turn, Chris made himself another 6/4 token. Then on his turn, Chris used his Surtark to tap down the Stag and leave Corey with only 1 blocker. He then attacked with his 2 6/4 tokens for lethal, taking them to game 3.